We were honored to have His Royal Highness come again to the Outlook Symposium, and he gave us, I think, a very serious and sobering message to be humbled in the decisions you're making, because you have so many things that could impact the market. And we were also honored to have the ministers from Libya and from Pakistan. Libya is a new member to the IEF. Pakistan is considering membership. So we had a big producer in Libya and a big consuming country in Pakistan. And that's what the IEF is all about, producer-consumer dialogue. We take about 40 different scenarios, and essentially what we're finding is the gap between the highest oil demand in 2050 and the lowest oil demand scenario in 2050. The difference in the gap is the size of today's oil market. And that creates huge uncertainty. If you're a company that needs to make an investment decision, what do you do? If you're a policymaker, and so I think we have to, number one, get better at these scenarios. I think that's number one. But number two, I think we have to rely on, I think, real world data and revise these scenarios when the real world data is telling us that the scenario is not panning out. The other takeaway is that while we're pursuing the transition, we have to keep investing in hydrocarbons. And it's important because, number one, if we don't solve it, high prices and volatility will be the new normal. And secondly, it could undermine public support for climate change, because if the public starts to equate high energy prices and volatility with climate change or transition policies, it's over. We'll never get public support for these very tough decisions. Lastly, we had another great workshop on CCUS and the circular carbon economy. And I think the key takeaway here was this is not an option. And by the way, we can keep, until we find technological alternatives to oil and gas, we can keep using oil and gas while we use CCUS.